Hey guys, and welcome to One of a Kind Reviews. I am Paul.
And I am Dale.
And this is last week, number 11.
Yep.
If you mess with me, you got no chance. No chance in hell, you got no chance.
We kicked off Raw this week with a Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon, little McMahon family quarrel, as we've seen the past couple of weeks.
That is exactly what it was. It was a family quarrel. Basically, Shane just coming out saying all these things, that are horrible, that are happening in the WWE, they're going to stop
Yeah.
when he's in charge.
And he's actually shooting.
He's tuning into the IWC logic there a little bit.
Good lad.
He's been listening. He said something very interesting, how there's people who have all the talent that are getting no breaks. That's going to stop. And then people who have no talent that are getting all the breaks, that's going to stop. Well, I'm just going to assume that that's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and probably Ryback to an extent.
Well, yeah. Vince interrupted him in the most hilarious way ever.
Take a gong.
Yes, everyone kind of went apeshit over that, and then Vince is just kind of like, ooh, you're disappointed?
It was a good troll, I'll give him that.
He's very good at being a troll.
He is.
He's very good at just pissing off his fan base.
Yeah, and I enjoyed how he was encouraging the fans to chant arsehole at him.
Yeah.
And CM Punk.
I haven't heard such a strong asshole chant in a long time.
I haven't heard such a strong arsehole chant since the first ever draft that WWE ever did. And The Rock got the audience to split in half, and one side would yell, "You are," the other side would chant an arsehole. And Vince came on stage about 10 times during that night and got it every single time.
Knows how to be an asshole.
He does.
He did some very, very weird, addressing of family, history. He was like, oh, this is a photo of me taking Shane to his first WWE event.
Yeah, but he acted like that has been in his house for 20 odd years. But if you look at the frame, it looked like he'd just gone to the shops and bought it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and he just printed another copy of that
Yeah,
photo.
exactly.
Put it in the frame. He's like, oh, I found this in my desk drawer. Of course
What?
he did. Of course he did.
Why was it in your desk drawer?
Was it there with the lockbox? And I love how he shut down the CM Punk chants as well.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, oh, okay, let's see how long that'll last.
And it didn't.
It didn't last very long.
Anyway, moving on from that segment, we had Kevin Owens taking on Adrian Neville.
Because why not?
We saw Kevin Owens get the victory in this one. He was going to go beat the absolute living shit out of Neville, but then we got the third debut of Sami Zayn.
At some point, it's got to not be a debut. It's got to be a return.
After the first time.
Yeah, well, but the first time wasn't even, touted as a debut.
Should
It
have
was just
been.
him in a tag match, wasn't it?
Tag match? I don't know what you're talking about, the time against John Cena.
No, time before that.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was before a takeover special or something.
Yeah.
It was
I
him
would-
and
no.
Neville taking on someone.
No, I wouldn't count that.
Well, that was technically his Raw debut. It was a little bit weird, this one, to be honest. I love Sami Zayn to death. He's one of my favourites, but yeah, it didn't have as much impact
No,
as the last
far
time.
from it.
I'm hoping they just go with Zayn versus Owens.
But I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either, but I'm hoping that they will. I've got faith. I've got very misinformed faith.
We had an absolutely magnificent matchup between Summer Rae and Brie Bella.
It was a barn burner, man.
And yes, there is a hint of sarcasm in our voice at the moment.
I think there's a hint of nothing but sarcasm. And somehow Summer Rae got that win.
Well, that somehow was because of Lana.
I still don't think that that's enough for Summer Rae to get a win.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Yeah, she should need the Shield to be on her fucking team. A fucking 4-on-1 handicap match. Summer Rae and the Shield taking on Brie Bella.
So the Shield are just going to get into women beating?
I don't know.
So we had the League of Nations, Sheamus, Rusev and King Barrett taking on Dolph Ziggler in a 1-on-3 elimination handicap match.
Yep, we saw Dolph Ziggler get the elimination of Wade Barrett, but then in the end, Sheamus and Rusev got the victory over Dolph.
This was following his little backstage segment where Stephanie was talking to him about how he had to delete a tweet about him defeating the Authority in 2014 at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Lillian Garcia actually announced this as an elimination tag match.
Did she?
She did.
What do you mean she announced it? Is that like...
The following is an elimination tag match.
I was gonna
It's
say,
not a
where's the
tag
problem?
match. If it's a tag match, Dolph tag someone.
Definitely did bill it as you're going to be in a tag team match.
Yeah, and then she said you don't get a partner, so...
It's very true.
That's a handicap match, guys. That's a handicap.
I don't know, I think they're trying to get away from using the term handicap match.
Why? Because it's not politically correct.
Yeah, exactly.
But a handicap is a handicap.
Exactly.
It's like, you know...
You got handicaps in golf.
Exactly. Exactly. Handicap is a fucking word, right? The fact that they've attached it to people who are, like, disabled or whatever, like, it's not a disabled match.
No.
It's like a 1-on-3 disabled match.
That just sounds really weird to think about.
Well, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
you got a
It's
point.
a handicap, not a disabled.
Yeah. And moving on from that debacle, we'll go on to the women's tag team match featuring Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks taking on Naomi and Tamina. As you would expect, Becky Lynch and Sasha got the victory in this one.
Thankfully. Next, we had a very, very surprisingly good match.
Yep, was the New Day defending their tag team championships against Y2AJ.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this match apart from that it was fucking awesome. It
Yeah,
was a really, really good tag match.
Absolutely brilliant match.
And it protected the New Day,
Yep, without a doubt.
and it didn't make AJ or Y2J look shit.
No, and yep, we got the turn at the end of the match of Y2J turning on AJ. Guess that sets up WrestleMania.
Didn't see that coming.
No.
No, well, I kind of didn't see it coming purely because I didn't want the fourth match to happen.
Oh.
They tend to build their feuds in 3 matches.
Yeah, usually.
So I was kind of.
If it's not 3, it's 5.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Exactly. What's the point for both men?
There isn't a point.
If AJ wins, well then he just makes his lead in front of Jericho even more, 3-1. If he loses, well then they're just tied again.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point? The blow-off's meant to be at Mania. You can't have a mid-feud match at Mania. That just doesn't work.
Well, apparently you can if you're Chris Jericho. AJ hit some of the best offense we've seen him hit in WWE
Yep, without a doubt.
in this match. So, yeah, he's finally kind of hitting his stride. I
Yep.
think he's kind of getting a bit more confidence about him,
Definitely.
which is awesome. It's awesome to see.
Moving on, we had Kalisto defeating Tyler Breeze in a singles match.
Yeah,
I mean, that was what it was, I guess.
Tyler Breeze lost again. Then we had Ryback defeating Curtis Axel.
Yep. What an exciting match that was.
Woo! And then cut a really, really, really strange promo with Kalisto.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't need it.
No, we didn't need it, and Ryback I don't think knows how to be a heel
No.
properly. So go away, Ryback. We don't want you.
Moving on, we had the main event of Raw, which was Dean Ambrose defeating Bray Wyatt via disqualification.
Yep. The Wyatt family interfered.
Yep. As per usual.
The Wyatts just beat Dean Ambrose up for a little bit. Triple H came out. Just kind of was like, sweet, get out of here, guys. Dean Ambrose is mine now. And then Bray Wyatt had his little stare off with Triple H with the belt.
Yep, and then Dean Ambrose decided to hit Triple H with Dirty Deeds.
As you do.
And that ended Raw.
He kind of had his little moment of holding up the title, so anyone who was holding out hope on him winning at Roadblock, it's not
No.
happening.
No.
Moving on to SmackDown.
It started off with a Miz TV segment with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which then turned into a tag team match. Sami Zayn and Neville taking on the Miz and Kevin Owens.
Yep, so Sami Zayn got the pinfall on The Miz after Kevin Owens just ditched The Miz. Yeah, and I think the crowd kind of got confused. They were just like, oh, okay, that's his finish. My bad.
Yep. We then had another match, seeing Brie Bella taking on Summer Rae. How exciting!
Don't
Of course.
see why they need to repeat it on SmackDown.
I don't know. They're trying to do some sort of storyline with Lana and Brie Bella.
Yeah, but Summer Rae seems to be involved a hell of a lot. And
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
Me either.
Put someone in there like Naomi or something like that. Yeah, on the Lana thing, some of the worst like face busters, like X Factor, Bell
Oh, yeah.
Buster, whatever the fuck
Fucking
you want
horrible.
whatever you want to call it. So,
Stop defending it, people. She does it terribly. You know it.
It's
Yeah.
literally the easiest thing.
Yeah.
You just have to grab your opponent's face and not look like a retard while you're like throwing them into the mat.
And she doesn't do that successfully.
She looks slightly like a retard. She looks a bit handicapped.
Alright. Then had a Y2J segment in which he pretty much just denounced AJ Styles and burned one of the Y2AJ shirts inside of a trash can.
Because that's what you do on a Thursday night. It's Thursday night, man. Burn some shirts.
Yep.
That's why he doesn't have any shirts. He burns them all.
We then moved on to the League of Nations taking on the Lucha Dragons.
So, League of Nations won that one.
Yep. I mean, a match was what it was. I mean, it was
A match. Yeah, and Rusev doing his weird, like, choreographing of a celebration afterwards.
And then
Do a roll, guys.
Yeah,
Do a
and-
roll.
And then Wade Barrett and Sheamus for some reason doing front rolls. I think Rusev's kind of brought out the personality in those two.
Yeah, because Rusev is, like, quite hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think he gets enough credit for that.
Doesn't get any credit for it, and he should.
Well, not. The main event of SmackDown, Ambrose, Ziggler, and the Usos taking on the Wyatt family.
Yep, it was your typical 8-man tag match that you see on SmackDown. Had
The
the baby.
Wyatt's losing.
Yeah, the Wyatt's losing.
Yeah, you were about to say the baby faces going over.
I was.
That is not the point here. It's not the baby faces going over, it's the Wyatt's losing.
Yeah.
So that wraps up the week of programming. And onto your overall rating of the week, Dale, what would you give this week?
I'm probably just going to have to give it a solid C. It was
C?
a very average week.
Yeah, I'll probably go with C+, just because Raw was pretty good. Sami Zayn's debut, whatever, return, debut, third debut, whatever it is. Yeah, so that was good. The New Day Y2AJ tag title match was awesome. And yeah, Dean Ambrose, Triple H, liking that little feud, even though it's going to end.
Yeah.
Like very, very abruptly and not very well for Dean. On to MVP.
Yep, we've both chosen the same one here. We've both had to go with Dean Ambrose. Because, well, he's just looked like a beast.
Probably because Roadblock's coming up. Got to build him up in that week, because otherwise how are people going to believe him that he's going to win the title?
Exactly.
Do Jobber of the week. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns, because he, quote unquote, broke his nose, and he's still not on TV.
Yeah, no.
I think that Roman Reigns is being a little bit of a pussy.
Oh,
be
yeah,
honest.
probably.
He could at least be on TV.
Exactly. You can cut a promo. Not that hard.
No, he can't.
He
No.
can't. I'm going to have to go with Brie Bella because, I mean, she lost to Summer Rae. Need I say any more?
No amount of wins against Summer Rae can
No.
retract that
No.
loss to Summer Rae.
Yeah.
You still lost
Yeah.
to Summer Rae.
As we were saying earlier, the only time Summer Rae should beat Brie Bella is if the Shield's on her side.
Yes, and they get into women beating. Match of the week this week. We're pretty unanimous on this one.
Yep, definitely. The New Day versus Y2AJ. Absolutely killer of a match.
Yeah, and got to see AJ do some crazy shit. How often would you hear in an AJ Styles match someone, like the crowd, chant, "Holy shit," if he does a 450 splash? That's just normal for him. So we'll go into piss break of the week.
You can kind of expect this one.
Yeah, the aforementioned Brie Bella versus Summer Rae matches.
Both of them.
Both of them, because why would you do that twice in a week? That's
I
just
know.
cruel.
Why would you do that once? What did we do?
So that was the whole fucking show, guys. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on what you thought of this week in WWE, and we will see you next time for some more one-of-a-kind reviews.
Have a nice day.